Hello aspirants and welcome again to Legacy IAS Academy. In this lecture, we will be discussing about Harop 3, that is a UAV, that is unarmed vehicle, or in common parlance it is called as a drone, that is believed to have been used by India against Pakistan. So the drone warfare is on. The world is using drone, the technology is developing, right? The other countries are using drones, so India cannot be left behind, at least when it is time for safeguarding its own security and sovereignty. So India here is responding to the terrorist attack that took place in Pahalgam. So India has responded with Operation Sindoor. India has responded and come up with a precise targeting operation which destroyed the terrorist camps, terrorist headquarters, etc., wherein strikes were done on 9 such locations. However, Pakistan, subsequent to Operation Sindoor, has retaliated by targeting Indian civilians, not just Indian civilians, but also military bases of India. Now, that is an act of war. Now remember, there are two sides of it. We might say India and Pakistan are in war, but is it? Did we start the war? Are we fighting against Pakistan? No. What we were doing was a response to the terrorist act that took place, which took away 26 lives. So we were responding to that. So what we were doing is called as counter-terrorism measures. So India was simply taking counter-terrorist actions, counter-terrorist measures. However, what Pakistan has done is actually waged war against India when it struck Indian civilians, took away lives of Indian civilians. Not just that, went ahead and tried to attack the military bases of India as well. But what happened when they tried to attack the military bases of India? India thwarted all the attempts of Pakistan to attack India's military bases. India used its very own Sudarshan Chakra, that is the S-400 defense system, which we acquired from Russia. It uses different kinds of missiles, short range, very short range, medium range, long, very long range kind of missiles. Now it uses missiles indigenously developed by DRDO under this system. So this entire system together helped thwart all the attempts of Pakistan to attack the Indian military bases. Now, in this entire scenario of events and sequence of events, there was one more thing that India has been believed to have used. So we cannot ascertain yet, but it is believed that we use that. So let us know a bit about that. So what is the news here? That India targeted multiple air defense systems in Pakistan on Thursday and successfully hit one. That is what the news is. So it is said that the Israeli Harop and a UAV, or an unmanned combat aerial vehicle, UAV, was used in this particular operation. So what is a UAV? It is unmanned. That means you did not need a pilot or a person to basically fly that. You can control it remotely from far away, and it can be on the other part of the world, basically remotely controlled. So what is this Harop? Basically, one thing, it is an Israeli technology. It is that of IAI, Israel's aviation industries. Harop is there, so it is UAV purchased from Israel. It is a loitering munition. Loitering means it will loiter. What do you mean by loiter? That it can stay, it can roam here and there in the air, it can stay till it comes across its own let's say target which it wants to hit. It can loiter or wander or roam here and there. Loitering munition, a hybrid between a drone and a missile. It's a hybrid between a drone and a missile. How is this different from a missile? See, in a missile, before you shoot a missile, you have to lock in the target first. You first lock in the target. Once the target is locked, then you shoot the missile. Now here in Harop, what happens is, you need not lock in the target first. Of course you can, but you need not do that necessarily. That means the Harop can simply take flight, can be in the air, and once in the air, that's when you can lock in the target to destroy the target using Harop. Now it carries explosive payload, of course, and very importantly, what it does is it self-destructs upon hitting the target. So once it hits the target, it self-destructs. Now this ability, what does it do? It destroys any and every evidence that might exist after the attack. So that is a very shrewd thing that we have in our arsenal purchased from Israel. Now, since it self-destructs, it is also known as the kamikaze drone. So remember this phrase kamikaze drone. In UPSC you can get a direct question asking what is kamikaze, or which of the following best describes a kamikaze drone. So you know that a kamikaze drone is the one which self-destructs after hitting the target. So it is also known as kamikaze drone or a suicide drone. Now let us see some of the key features of Harop. So it is equipped with nose mounted. It is equipped with nose mounted cameras. So cameras are there for surveillance and for targeting as well. So not just for target but for surveillance. That means what? When you can use it for targeting as well as surveillance, that means you can use it for attack as well as defense. So nose mounted cameras for surveillance and target selection, to select what target you want to hit basically. Right, so that is there. In addition to that, it can loiter for up to 9 hours before executing a target, before executing a strike. So it can be in 9 hours in air. In fact, that means what? That means you can lock in the target after 9 hours, right? So it can loiter till that time, and it is capable of autonomous or manual target acquisition. So it can be completely automatic or manual. Now manual target acquisition does not mean someone is flying sitting on them. They are manually controlling remotely. Either that can be done or simply the target can be locked in automatically as well. I hope that's clear. Moving ahead, let's understand certain technical advantages of using Harop. Now it comes with a precision striking technique without needing exact coordinates at launch, because you can add the coordinates or the target later on. It does not need the coordinates before launching them. So that really helps. Let's say the target is hundreds of kilometers away. Yeah, right. You know it's hundreds of kilometers away in that direction, in that region, in a particular country, but you don't know the exact target. So it can still be in air, and once in air, about to reach that region, then you can give the exact target and it will suddenly strike after reaching the target and destroy itself. In addition to this, it is effective in neutralizing high value mobile and hidden targets as well. Also, one of the most important thing about it, it is immune to GNSS jamming. The global satellite system that exists, the global navigation satellite system, the GNSS that exists, it is immune to GNSS jamming. That means the global national satellite system cannot jam it. You know, one of the technique to destroy a drone is not necessarily shooting it down. You can simply use your satellites and jam it, so that it can never implement or execute the action of hitting the target. So the drone may become useless, right? The unarmed vehicle may become useless, but that is where this comes in handy, because it is immune to the GNSS jamming, as a result of which it maintains the operation integrity. It ensures the operation will be carried out no matter what. So this is a very important strength of Harop. Now, when it comes to the platform and deployment, how it can be deployed, so Harop can be launched from canisters on trucks or naval vessels. So basically can be launched from the land, from canisters in the truck also. If you can see, there is a canister, this is a truck, so it can be launched directly from there or from naval vessels. It can be deployed across different terrains. Of course, it is going in the air, so different terrains is not a problem. It is used for both offensive strikes as well as surveillance also. Now, why Harop and Harpy? See, we need to understand the difference, because Harop is a modified, or you can understand as an upgraded version of Harpy. So let's understand the difference between the two. So Harop is said to have evolved from Israel Aviation Industries' earlier drone that was known as Harpy. Now Harpy, which was there, it used RF, that is radio frequency seeking technology, whereas Harop uses electro-optical centers. electro-optical sensors, so they are more efficient than the RFID. Their range will also be more, their precision will be more, hence HAROPE is an advanced version over HARPY. Now HAROPE also offers great target precision and mission flexibility. Great target precision because, especially why great target precision? Specifically because of the technology that it is using as a seeking technology. Seeking means to identify, to destroy a target. First you need to detect, so HAROPE has a better detecting technology, as a result of which offers greater target precision and mission flexibility. The photos we saw previously were of HAROPE, this is the photo of HARPY. So the difference lies clearly that HAROPE is a better or the improved version of HARPY. Thank you.